Okay, YouTube. Apologize, I haven't done a video in a little bit, but I want to do a review on Garmin Zumo GPS I just purchased. First off, let me say I've owned quite a few different Garmins, and I will say Garmin is ridiculously priced on these, just because they say motorcycle specific, and it's waterproof. You know, they want to charge you $700 for this model. I obviously did not pay that. I got a good deal on eBay. Nonetheless, Garmin's been making handheld waterproof GPSs for many years, and none of them are $700. Price aside, we'll start with size. Really, this is a 350 LM. The LM stands for lifetime maps, so anytime there's an update to a map, I can just go online, download it for the life of this unit. As you can see on the back, when it's in the motorcycle cradle, it's got these two little contacts there, and then the two little contacts right there on the cradle. Behind that flap is the USB connector for connecting it to your PC. I apologize, I'm doing this one-handed. Under here, SD card. That's mainly for, if you want to load additional maps and whatnot. You know what, I'm going to set this down here and do it right like this. Okay. So anyway, you got two flaps. This one here is for a microphone if you don't have wireless headset. Okay, let's put this back in the cradle. Now, a complaint I have is, especially if I paid full price. If I paid $700, I'd be a little pissed off about this. Garmin, for whatever reason, did not include a locking mount for this. So what that means to you guys is every time I go somewhere, I am forced to remove this GPS from its cradle and carry it around with me. Not really the end of the world, but it is an inconvenience for a $700 GPS unit. Now, I guess not really a plus, but when you remove it from the cradle, it'll remember where this motorcycle is. So let's just say you were out at an event somewhere and there's just tons of motorcycles parked, or you're in a parking garage, whatever. You pop this out of the cradle, you go about your business, it'll remember the last place you left. Okay, functionality and installation. Installation was a breeze. You can see you got this wire. I ran it underneath the gas tank. Underneath the seat is the battery. I took the negative of the wiring harness that came with the Garmin. That's connected to the negative on the battery. I personally wanted this to only have power when I turned the key. So I took the positive over to the fuse box, and it operates off of my headlight. So I know that the headlight only comes on when the key's turned. Now, Garmin says that within the wiring harness, it has, I forget what they call it, but smart technology. Supposedly, If the GPS isn't in the unit, then it doesn't draw power. From reading reviews online, I've read a couple people have had a battery die after 2 weeks of letting their motorcycle sit. My motorcycle don't sit that long. I ride a lot, but you know, it's something I don't have to worry about now that it only gets power when the key's turned on. So when you purchase this, it comes with this mount, or I'm sorry, the cradle. Also comes with the RAM mount. There's a couple different ways you can choose to install this. You can undo your screws here, and they give you longer ones, and you can mount it to the handlebar there. I personally chose to mount it in the center simply because I know on a Honda VTX the speedometer is off by as much as 10%. So at lower speeds, let's just say I'm doing 45 on the speedometer. Really, according to GPS, I'm only doing 40. And as you get faster, it gets spread out more. At 70 miles an hour on the speedometer, I'm only doing 63. If I'm at 80 on the speedometer, I'm only doing 70 on GPS. And I know it's off a little bit because of the mileage discrepancy, and I'll get to that in a minute. So let's turn this on. Okay. You notice it already has found the satellites that fast. Now, here, let me sit on the bike here. Okay. So, for any first-time users, this is set up like any other Garmin navigator. You got your Where To and your View Map. The difference with the Zumo is you've got these apps here. And you get trip planner, track back, compass, where I've been, and service history. Service history is cool because it allows you to keep track of, air filter change, oil change, all that. Now, this, if I was buying new, this wouldn't be a deal breaker to me. I write all my stuff down in my service manual anyway. This is a cool little feature, though. Okay, what else? Okay, the little gas tank icon. When your view map, okay, I know I can get 160 miles on this tank. I usually hit reserve right around, actually I can get more, but I hit reserve about 150. So I set this up to notify me. See, it's saying I have 42 miles left on the tank. So in about 22 miles, that green is going to turn orange, let me know that you need to start looking for fuel. Now, I set that just to give me extra time. Last thing you want to be doing on a trip is having to search for gas on fumes. So, overall, I'm very impressed with it as far as functionality goes. I've tested this with gloves. Let me go back here. When you go to Where To, and you go to Address, see the big number pad and everything? It's glove friendly. The sensitivity is just perfect. Works really good. Kind of the slightest touch it recognizes, but not so much that where you accidentally type something that you didn't mean to. Pretty much great highlight of this GPS. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off for a second. Right there. It'll automatically turn off in 13 seconds. It lets you know external power has been lost. You can hit cancel and let it stay on. Okay, goes off. Now, when I turn the key on, it'll almost instantly find the satellites. Watch. There you go. Now, I've been playing around with Basecamp, which is Garmin's alternative to MapSource. And I have to say, I've used MapSource a lot, so Basecamp's taken me a little to get to getting used to, but I'm liking it a lot. I've already done a couple custom routes, I guess, and to go to that, you go to Settings, you go to Trip Planner, and these are just, you know, I don't know where it got these addresses from, but let's just see here. Okay, Route 0. This is from going one side of the state to the other. Now, I did this in Google Maps. Exported it out, ran it through a conversion to a GPX file, and I actually have turn-by-turn directions just like they do in Google Maps. And yeah, I like that a lot. Definitely allows you to, if you want to do, you know, a scenic route, you have complete control over your route, how you want to go, and whatnot like that. That's really all I really have to say about this. I would recommend this GPS, but I would tell you to try to buy gently used if you can get a good deal on it. As much as I do love this, there's no way in hell I'd pay $700 for it. And it's nothing against Garmin. It's built good. It's completely waterproof. It works great, but I personally don't think any GPS is worth $700. Not by a long shot. So, that is my review of the Garmin Zumo 350LM. The screen brightness is perfect when you're riding down the road on a sunny day. I can see it perfect. Not a whole lot of glare, which is nice. There has been a couple times that I wished this had kind of a little cover, I guess a little shade, just to take a little bit of the sun off of it, but you know, oh well. Alright, that's about it. That's the Garmin 350LM.